The golden age of sports. Boxing. 1920s had an array of splendid boxers. The best two were Jack Dempsey and Benny Leonard. Jack Dempsey was a heavyweight, and Benny Leonard was a lightweight. After legal impediments were lifted, boxing spread throughout the U.S. and gained popularity. George Rickard was the first promoter of boxing. The first championship match was between Dempsey and George Carpenter. The $1 million game was between Jack Dempsey and Gene Tunney. Over 100,000 people paid over $2,500 to watch this game. Jack Dempsey was loud and attention-seeking, similar to Muhammad Ali. Not only did he get in fights in the ring, but also outside of the ring.
The Black Sox scandal. The Black Sox scandal took place during the 1919 World Series when the American League champion Chicago White Sox played against the National League champion Cincinnati Reds. Although most World Series have been the best of 7 format, the 1919 World Series was the best of 9 series. Baseball decided not to try the best of 9 series format to increase popularity of the sport and partly generate more revenue. The events of the series are often associated with the Black Sox scandal when 8 members of the Chicago franchise conspired with gamblers to throw the World Series. The 1919 series was the last World Series to take place without a commissioner of baseball in place. Members were paid up to $15,000 to throw the series. Many players did not have ties to the series directly, including Shoeless Joe Jackson, who had a great series. He was still kicked out of baseball for life. The 8 players are now known as the Black Sox because of this incident.
Football changed dramatically in the 1920s. The name NFL was established. Football started to be recognized as a major sport, drawing in large crowds that previously only baseball had done. New styles of play were created, including the pass. Most teams thought passing was useless. After a while, passing started becoming the major emphasis in football. Teams no longer had to run the ball all the time, but now they could pass. This brought higher scores to games and brought out positions of wide receiver and cornerback. Jim Thorpe was the first to change the game. He was an American Indian who was tremendously talented. He became the president of the league after he was done playing. He named the league NFL. Red Grange brought play to a higher level. In the game against Michigan, he scored 5 times. His most notable feat was that on his first 4 carries, he scored all 4 times. He drew thousands of people to the games he played in, and gave football a new popularity that it had never gotten before. He also emphasized the importance of other positions besides the running back, such as a defensive lineman to stop a running back. The Four Horsemen. Historians argue that they may have been the best backfield in the history of football. They brought in massive crowds of people, making football more popular. They weren't big, but they all had speed, agility, and strength. They led Notre Dame to an undefeated season and won the college championship with ease. After they got out of football, all of them went on to successful coaching jobs to improve other teams and making players better.
The Negro League. Established on February 13, 1920, at a YMCA in Kansas City, Missouri. Andrew Rube Foster helped create the league and served as the president. The first league was the Negro National League, also known as the NNL. The members of the NNL had members in the South and Midwest portions of the United States. The Eastern Colored League was formed on December 16, 1923. Edward H. Bolden was the chairman. The first Negro League World Series was between the Eastern Colored League and the Negro National League. The ECL, also known as the Eastern Colored League, fell apart in 1929, but the members reemerged into the American Negro League. Many Hall of Fame players played in the Negro Leagues. Jackie Robinson was the first African American to play in the major leagues. He played with the Dodgers.
Babe Ruth. George Herman Ruth, Jr. was born February 6, 1895. Best known as Babe Ruth and nicknamed the Bambino and the Sultan of Swat, was an American League Baseball player who spent 22 seasons in Major League Baseball and played for 3 teams through the years of 1914 to 1935. Known for his hitting brilliance, Ruth set career records for home runs 714, slugging percentage 690, runs batted in 2,217, and on-base plus slugging percentage of 1,164. Ruth originally entered the major leagues with the Boston Red Sox as a starting pitcher, but after he was sold to the New York Yankees in 1919, he converted to a full-time right fielder. He subsequently became one of the league's most prolific hitters with his home run hitting prowess. He helped the Yankees win 7 pennants, 4 World Series titles. Ruth retired in 1935 after a short stint with the Boston Braves.